da kuma yi ma duk wanda ya san ya shekara 30 a cikin wannan system wanda ba ɗalibi ba Ritaya, operation Ritaya them all. Ina so ɗaliban jihar Borno su sani daga yau za mu fara aiki, ba mu da lokaci wani ce a gare mu, amma za ku ga abin da za mu yi, amma wallahi tallahi billahi da la ilaha illa huwa ga wanga shugabanci namu za mu yi madalai kuma za mu kare haƙƙi.
An gudanar da bikin rantsar da ƙungiyar ɗalibai wato National Association of Nigerian Students Nans. An gudanar da rantsar da sabon shugaban ita wannan ƙungiya ne wato Comrade Kafil Abdullahi a matsayin sabon shugaban ita wannan ƙungiya. Jim kaɗan bayan rantsar da shi ne ya bayyana wa manema labaru tare da mahalarta taron cewa a shirye yake da ya aiki kafaɗa da kafaɗa da duk wanda yake ƙoƙarin kawo ci gaba ga musamman ga ɗaliban jihar Zamfara baki ɗaya. Kuma ya lashi takobin yin ritaya wato murabus ga dukan waɗanda suka shekara 30 a cikin wannan tafiya waɗanda kuma ba ɗalibai ba ne, domin ƙara tsaftace ita wannan tafiya da ƙwato haƙƙin ɗalibai a duk inda yake. Haka zalika ya yi alkawari tare da rantsuwa cewa duk inda haƙƙin ɗaliban jihar Zamfara suke zai tabbatar da cewa ya shiga domin ganin cewa ya ƙwaƙulo tare da zaƙulo haƙoƙan nasu ba tare da gajiyawa ba ko nuna kasawa. Ya yi kira ga ɗalibai da su mai da hankali akan karatunsu domin ganin cewa sun yi nasara a gobensu. Ga dai da ita wannan tattaunawa ta kasance daga ɗakin taro na UBE da ke unguwar Yarima Gusau jihar Zamfara tare da ni Ahmad M Jalo daga Mai Biredi TV. A sha kallo lafiya.
Me kowa ne kuma wanda ya nuna mana wannan rana mai matuƙar farin ciki wanda aka rantsar da ni a matsayin Chairman National Association of Nigerian Students Nans JCC Zamfara State Exec da ɗan uwana abokina Comrade Nasir Aminu Gamagiwa. Ina baiwa ɗaliban jihar Zamfara tabbaci wani ɗan uwa nawa aƙida ta mu ta zo ɗaya da shi ta son kawo ci gaba a wannan jiha da kuma yi ma duk wanda ya san ya shekara 30 a cikin wannan system wanda ba ɗalibi ba Ritaya, operation Ritaya them all. Ina so ɗaliban jihar Borno su sani daga yau za mu fara aiki, ba mu da lokaci wani ce a gare mu, amma za ku ga abin da za mu yi, amma wallahi tallahi billahi da la ilaha illa huwa ga wanga shugabanci namu za mu yi madalai kuma za mu kare haƙƙin duk wanda ya zo da niyya a cuci ɗalibi a wannan jihar, wallahi tallahi ko mu ko shi. Muna godiya ga mai daraja gwamnatin jihar Zamfara Dr. Dauda Lawal. Ina shan ba da misali a duk inda na samu kaina, biyan ne ko da wa'id da Dauda ya mun ga canji, domin a makarantar ta College of Health Sciences an taɓa ruwan tsafe duk wani kwas wanda yake babba irin pharmacy, lab, community zaka isko yan wajen jihar ga cin amfani shi, amma sanadiyar wanga ne ko da wa'id da mai girma gwamna ya biya, to yanzu yan Zamfara wai kowa yawa a wannan makarantar wai da karatu a wannan kusa kasar. Za mu yi aiki babu siyasa, duk jam'iyyar da mutum yake idan muka san akwai haƙƙin ɗaliban jihar Zamfara a gare shi wallahi sai ya maka yi shi, domin muna da tsari. Dole sai ka ga muna da yayi wajen na ofis ɗin ka da abin da yake ɗaliban jihar Zamfara domin ka ba su haƙƙin su. Of the greater Nigerian student, of the greater Nigerian student, no more cuwa-cuwa, no more haɗi gaba ki Zamfara addicts, we are suppressed now. As JCC chairman, na yi su teza domin samun haɗin kai da muka samu. Ba za a zo a cuce mu a yi barin luka a ce wai Zamfara independent bayan ƙarya ce, mun san zalunci ne. Duk wani ɗan iska wanda ya san bai ƙaunar ɗalibin jihar Zamfara to ya bakare ga daga yau kuma sai ya gwada min admission da ta yi shi wallahi ko waye. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Min ash-shaytanir rajim, bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Allahumma ihdinas siratal mustaqim. I remain Honorable Comrade Kapilo Abdullahi Wanki, EBT Environmental Health Technician, ND EHT National Diploma in Environmental Health Technology, ND Environmental Health Technology, and also ND HIM in GIM. And the outgoing SUD President of the College of Health Sciences and Technology, Puma Chairman SUD Presidential Forums and Parastate Athletes, and the now newly Chairman Nans National Association of Nigerian Students Nans joined Campus Council JCC and Parastate Athletes. Our guest, stakeholder of SPISA and stakeholder Zamfara State, my colleagues and the fellow students, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Here is a blueprint we wrote since before we come into the power. Our vision is to create vibrant, inclusive student community that fosters academic excellence, social responsibility, and leadership development. Our mission is to provide effective presentation, advocacy, sports services to students, while promoting unity and social justice to our fellow Nigerian students. Key objectives: improve student welfare, enhance student living conditions, health services, academic report system, foster unity and stability, promote inter-campuses collaboration, cultural exchange program, and the social event that celebrate, inshallah. Great Nigerian student, our strategic plan: establish a strong executive council, assembly, a diverse and the skills team to support your vision and the objectives. Due to the time factor, I want to say something where our modern tongue in Hausa.
To the student body, not to the big caps here at the front seat. The discussion will revolve around the importance of unionism. Student body is a collection of diverse minds in the college and university campuses. Why unionism matters? It matters because when diverse minds are assembled in one place, there has to be a pillar of support, there has to be a uniform voice, there has to be an umbrella that unites that collective diversity. So one importance of student unionism is to steer a pillar of leadership. An individual or collection of individuals have to be identified to steer the affairs of the student body. So the leadership will serve as a voice, a strong voice that advocates for justice, for quality service delivery, and for welfare of that student body in the college or a campus. One good importance of that leadership is to advocate administration of justice to the student body. I want to share an experience. I have been Dean Student Affairs at the College of Education for about 14 years, 8 years. And I know what it takes to facilitate the election of student experts. As Dean Student Affairs of the college, I know there are background tensions in the school, which you can only dose those tensions and pressures by the use of student body. So student body is very much important. Another thing, it equips the students with leadership skills, with problem-solving skills. I want to share an experience at the convocation of Al-Kalam University when Professor Nasri Yauri, who is the Vice Chancellor, recognizes Prof. Yahya Zakari as his team member when they were serving the SUG at Musamman University. So you can see it doesn't stop at the university, it goes beyond the university boundary. When an SUG as a financial secretary and SUG president reunite at a function in which one of them is heading a university. You see, that's a very inspiring story. I want to also share with the gathering that buttressing the point that student unionism equips and builds leadership skills. I remember when we were in 200 level, the president secretary to the state government was the SUG president, Musamman University, Abuna Kwada. It doesn't start at overnight. It doesn't start overnight. If you anchewe inkaga anche wanda bai sha rana ba bai yi ma wani rana. Yes, so building capacity building starts from the grassroots. So don't see it as maybe you print posters, you make noise, you make campaign and other thing. You are building your capacity, communication skills, leadership skills, negotiation skills. If you are negotiating with the state government on scholarship, on provision of infrastructure in your campuses, you'll be privileged to meet with secretary to the state government, with the governor, with the chairman, with so many high-profile personalities. Without that title as student leader, you won't have those privileges. So these and many more others are advantages why you should fight for leadership positions in students. And one of it all also is leaving a very solid legacy. You are not fighting for yourself, you are fighting for the student body. So while you leave a legacy that it was during my tenure that this clinic was established, it was during my tenure that welfare services were introduced at the university and issues like that. So distinguished ladies and gentlemen, like I said earlier, I'm not presenting a paper, I'm only initiating a dialogue and sensitizing the student body on why it is very important for them to not only seek for leadership position in their campuses, but also use the opportunities to leave a lasting legacy and establish influences. It is a grassroots where you establish and build your influences. You collaborate with people and you establish partnerships and you mend problems and you strengthen linkages so that after your leadership, you can meet elsewhere and still build and expand your horizon. Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, I would like to wish the incoming ESCOs a very fruitful tenure and wish us successful participation at this very important event. Thank you very much. That will get you the presentation into Kamikamin. It was deliberate.
And Gamakiwa just told me now that I should give a talk on why students should, focus on their academics despite, engaging in unionism. Yes. One thing that is very important here is this. You are in the university or colleges or polytechnics because of academics. So any other thing after that is just a bonus. Your fundamental or main reason why you are in the university or polytechnic is to acquire a degree or certificates. And that is why it is always important to know why you are in the system. I've always told my students in fact, any class of students at all I meet, I do tell them that what makes you a human being is for you to first identify your talent and then work towards it. Ask yourself, who am I? Why am I here? And where do I go from here? If you cannot ask yourself these three questions, and even after asking the three questions, you cannot give yourself the answers, it's as good as you are not existing as a human being. Ask yourself, who are you? Then why are you here? Be it in the university, in the polytechnic of colleges, why are you there? Ask yourself that question. Then from there, where am I going? And if you are in the university because you want to achieve or acquire certificates, then you should know that yes, engage yourself in unionism is secondary. That should not be the fundamental reason why you are there. Like I said, this my brother have just said is that yes, some of the good leaders you have today, some of them started their political career at the university level. Myself, I'm a unionist to the core. In fact, while I was in the University of Maiduguri as an undergraduate student, I participated in campus politics actively. In fact, I was Secretary General, Kogi State students. I was Financial Secretary, Political Science students. I was even President Nans in the University of Maiduguri chapter. And that opportunity to serve in those capacities gave me privilege to meet with the then governor of Borno State, Senator Ali Modu Sharif. I met with the then SSG, with the deputy governor, and in fact, I also made a boss from using that particular office, Senator Ali Ndume. He's my boss, today we still communicate with him. So like he said, leadership or unionism gives you that opportunity to exert your influence, to meet people. That's why I ask you, who are you? Why are you here? And where do I go from here? In as much as, participating in campus politics is very important and very interesting and sweet, also being serious with your education is fundamental. What do you think you will benefit after maybe serving as president, NABS, ZAMSA, SUG? At the end of the day, you graduate with your class. How will you tell people? What will you tell people? Because unionism did not allow you to be serious with your academics. Okay? Yes. You see, ordinarily, if you are not a good student or an average student, don't even involve yourself in politics, because it will definitely take your time. And I know that is now partially affecting my Gamagiwa, no doubt about that. Because I know him, he's a very dedicated somebody, a very serious person. But no matter how serious you are, when the commitments are becoming too much for you, definitely there are areas that you will be having some issues. So, unionism, like somebody has said, is very important. It gives you opportunity to meet people. It gives you opportunity to set a pace for yourself. Even after leaving that office, you have where to start from. If you see, you are giving an example of your current SSG, right? Who was an SSG president in Udu. Yes, that's why we believe that a learned mind does it better. If you have someone who is learned, who is educated in leadership position, and you have someone who is not or partially educated in leadership position, who do you think will do better? That's why we believe that a learned mind does it better. And sometimes, let me try to be biased a bit here by looking at it from my own area of specialization, which is political science. I always believe that if I have a student going for leadership position, there's this belief we always have that yes, the person can do well. Owing to the fact that we have groomed them on what is leadership, who is a leader, how are you supposed to lead, and what is even politics itself. Because we've read about so many political philosophers, like somebody like Plato, who says that until and unless the philosophers become kings and rulers in their respective kingdoms, there will not be peace in the society of the rest of mankind. Meaning, those who study the science of politics know what is politics, how to govern, when to govern, and the right thing to do at the right time in leadership. Okay? And in politics, of course, we know, I just want to say it now, that no human being can do without politics. Today, appointing an imam today has to pass through political process. All of us can attest to that. Having imam today, imam or pastor today, if you are not politically influenced, and you don't have that political influence, you hardly get it. Today, between you and your wife, there is politics. Between you and your boyfriend and girlfriend, there is politics. So nobody can do without politics. And that is why we see politics as the master of all sciences. Of course, political science is the master of all sciences. Because, I've said it now, that the enlightened generation of tomorrow are those who study the science of politics today, according to Aristotle. That given the fact that man by nature is a political animal, to be educated in the science of who gets what, when, and how, is a human obligation for today's and future generation. So, nobody can do without politics. And I believe that having Gamagiwa at the helm of affairs, I think so many things are going to work for good for the union. And it is my prayer that all the elected officials of this particular this great union will achieve their various goals and expectations for the student union. Like this my brother said, it's not just being a leader. what will you be remembered for after leaving that office? That should be your target. Yes, I was NAPS president, I was this, I was that. During your reign, what was the legacy left behind? What should you be remembered for? In leadership, if you cannot be remembered for something, it's as good as you have not even existed in that position. So have it in mind that this is a trust given to you by the whole strength of Zamfara State. It's a trust, and don't betray the trust. I want to believe that by the end of your tenure, all of them should be able to come back again to celebrate that yes, they have made right choices by electing you as their leader. Thank you very much. And
standing before the already existing protocols, I remember myself as Musamman Nans, popularly known as Aluta Justice, all the way from Sokoto. First and foremost, we would like to say sorry for we people that came late from Sokoto, but I would like to say we are very, very excited for the organizers of this program, and then I would like to call on the JCC chairman and Nizam's president, please, for them to discharge their duties. And then there is something that the JCC chairman just said last. Collectively. Please, you should put that back of your mind for people to work hand in hand. Babu Zamfara answers. Yanzu is Sokeza. Sokeza we normally used to move as one family. Sokoto, KB and Zamfara. Babu Magana, Sokoto, KB, Sokeza, Zamfara Daban. Yanzu, thank you very much, Mr. President. So the JCC chairman for making that issue very clear. In Sokoto, KB, Zamfara, we are all the same as one family. Please, Magana, Wasuna Chan, Babu Shi. Sannan, the time that we came late, he, President Nkonabiu, Yamonguna and Namada, we are very, very impressed. We should work hand in hand as one family to Allah. Carry everybody along and try to discharge your duties accordingly. Sannan ya yi wani magana ɗaya akwai wani ƙorafi da door is open. Yanzu dai ya hau nan wanda in ka san shi in baka san shi ba, you have seen him now. He's the JCC chairman, sannan the president ɗinku. Thank you very much. Aluta continua. Babu kwamara cikin gidan. Aluta continua. Aluta continua. The voice is down still. Aluta continua. Aluta continua. Aluta. Zan ba ku wani aluta namu na so. Aluta in Kannywood. Gidan Badamasi is the soul. Kwana Jasin. Babu lokaci. Thank you very much. Thank you.